Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Good evening and welcome to Jackson Hole High School for live coverage of Star Valley basketball on the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Duke Dance, Dal Erickson here with you and our entire SVI Sports crew making our way up the canyon for the Snake River Shootout in what should be a great game to open up the 4A West Conference play. Dal, this is one that a lot of people are expecting could be a preview of the region championship, the way things have gone. Of course, you can't count out Riverton, and we're not saying you should, but Jackson is looking really good with a young group of players from a couple years ago that have developed into a strong group led by Andrew Hanna in the paint and some good outside shooting. This Bronx team is the real deal.
Yeah, this is a team that will run and gun you if you let them. They got some size down low. They'll beat you on the outside. The Braves are going to have to dictate the tempo. You've heard me say that several times this season, but to come up here on this court to win, you've got to dictate that tempo and make the Bronx play your way. If you play their way, they love that, and they're going to feed off their crowd, and they're probably going to, it's going to buoy their effort. You got to kind of try and take them out of what they want to do.
Both teams coming into this game with 6 wins in the non-conference schedule, but it's all wiped off right now. These are the games that matter, and these ones will impact your standings heading into the region tournament more than any other, so it's a big one. And the Snake River Shootout, round 1 at the Black Hole. First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Braves and Bronx. We'll be back after this on the SVI Sports Network. Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount. Miles CPA has been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, didn't Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but man, those are some white legs. Miles CPA. We loved our Braves then, and we love our Braves now. Go get 'em, Braves.
We're always looking for things that make our farm more efficient.
The value that Smart Farm brings growers like Rick is the ability to be more efficient, to be cost effective, and also to be stewards of the land.
The Simplot Smart Farm program is split up into 4 segments: prepare, prescribe, grow, harvest.
Based off of our first year work with him, our yield goals were higher than they've ever been on those fields, around 10 to 15% higher.
We were very happy with what Simplot does for us.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
Live from Jackson Hole High School, Braves and Bronx go at it tonight. Star Valley and Jackson varsity boys warming up as we have about 11 minutes to go before tip-off with your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Let's take a look at the Crimson Corner and some other Star Valley athletes in action this weekend.
Well, the boys wrestling is at Tiger Grizz today and tomorrow. The Lady Braves will be at the Lady Hawk Rumble in Logan, Utah. That'll be tomorrow. Look for the watch link on that at SVInews.com. We'll be trying to do some streaming from that venue. Indoor track competing today and tomorrow at the BYU Invite. Of course, basketball hosting Marsh Valley tomorrow at home in the afternoon, 2 o'clock for the girls, 3:30 for the guys. Those are varsity times. And just now, the Lady Braves defeating the Lady Bronx 49-7. Earlier tonight, the JV boys winning 70-39 over the Jackson Bronx. That's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off as the Braves and Bronx warming up and getting ready to go in this one. How about some other boys' games on the schedule of interest tonight? Here's your roundup with the help of Sunrise Engineering.
Some scores from last night. Number 1, Cheyenne East over Laramie, 77-56. Number 2, Central beating up on South, 75-46. A game in the 4A Southwest, Evanston knocking out Green River, 46-37. Some matchups tonight. Kelly Walsh at Cody, Campbell County at Sheridan. East plays again, this time at South. Number 2 Central will be at Laramie. Rock Springs at number 3 Riverton. Thunder Basin's ranked number 5 there at Natrona County. Some 3A games. Pinedale at number 5 Lyman. Number 3 Lander is at Mountain View. Kemmer is at Wyoming Indian tonight. That one's over on the Spur. And number 4 Cokeville at number 1 Saratoga. That's a look at your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. We'll break here from our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. And Jackson, Star Valley, a great rivalry in the 4A West coming your way on the SVI Sports Network. Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horseshoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, Western shirt.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am the president and CEO of the Bank of Star Valley. I've had the great honor of holding that position for 26 years now. The best thing about working in a bank is helping people. It is the reason we exist. The local community bank went out of business, and a group of local citizens decided that Star Valley needed a community bank. They came together, we formed the bank with the focus of helping individuals, and that is what we get to do day in, day out.
Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch in Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center, The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
The countdown to tip-off is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Just under 7 minutes away from tipping off this edition of the Snake River Shootout between Star Valley and Jackson on Swift 98 and SVI Media. Thank you for joining us tonight. Duke Dance, Dal Erickson with the SVI Sports crew in Jackson tonight to bring you live coverage of Braves and Bronx basketball. Dal, let's recap this great rivalry with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Now, just a reminder, these numbers are since the 1951 season. There's no special reason for that other than that's just where I've gotten back to. So that's what these numbers represent. Since that time, Star Valley leading this series 122-36 here in Jackson. The Braves lead this series 51-16, and Star Valley has won 8 straight in this series, both games over the last 4 seasons. So that's what that represents. That's a look at your rivalry here, brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you as we continue with your first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Braves and Bronx after this on the SVI Sports Network.
I
I started seeing Dr. Franklin for a shoulder injury that I had been struggling with for about 2.5 years. After just a couple months of treatment, I was able to get out of the chronic pain that I had been in for that time. I don't have any pain anymore, or very little. If it does flare up, I'm able to see her for one visit and she knocks it out again. I had seen a physical therapist 3 times. I'd seen an orthopedic surgeon, I'd gotten an MRI trying to resolve this, and she was the first thing that actually worked.
Today, we're going to play a little mini game called Whose is Whose. One of these individuals spent 13 years building equity in their home. The other spent a few weeks selling the home. So, whose stack is whose? Yeah, that doesn't seem right to us either. You worked hard to maintain and increase your home's value. Shouldn't you see that value when you sell it?
Assist to sell, full service with savings, 886-4990.
Star Valley Health and Mountain West Orthopedics are proud to sponsor athletic trainers to support student athletes at Evanston, Mountain View, Lyman, and Star Valley High Schools. Jackie Clark, Darren Fiskus, and Kelly Hansen help students stay healthy and safe, provide emergency medical care on the field and court, and help rehabilitate injuries. It's just one way we're giving back to the communities we serve.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford everywhere.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? My whole family goes in my Caribou Ford.
We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30.
And we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Welcome back to Jackson Hole High School as we get ready for the Braves and the Bronx. Just about 3 minutes left in our countdown to tip-off coverage presented by First Bank of Wyoming. Let's make your building dreams become a reality. Find construction loan information at GoFirstBank.com. Now we're aware of the season the Star Valley Braves have had. They've had great play from Jacob Hodges, Luke Linford, Taft McClure, P.J. Horsley running point, Tayson Johnson off the bench as a sophomore, Croy Jenkins, Ridge the outside shooting, Cooper Lancaster's been a nice surprise, Zane Hedges. I mean, you can just go down the entire roster and check it. Great play. Jackson's been doing the same thing outside, as you mentioned. Jackson loves to own the paint inside with Andrew Hanna. 16 points per game, 12.5 rebounds per game for Andrew Hanna. He's the big guy underneath. He leads the 4A class in rebounding. Star Valley's big guys are going to have to box out Andrew and then watch for those kickouts. Jackson loves to get Andrew the ball, and if he's not there, he's kicking it out to the likes of players like Seb Brunner, who has 13 points per game, a lot of that outside shooting on the kickouts.
Well, Jackson shoots nearly as many three-pointers as two-pointers coming into this ball game. According to the WildPreps.com statistics on the season, they've shot 219 shots from inside the arc and 187 from outside the arc. They shoot 25%, so that's not a great percentage, but on a night where they get hot, they're gonna light you up because they're gonna put a ton of points on the board. It's gonna be imperative for the Braves to guard the three-point line. And you talk about Andrew Hanna, yeah, he's got some size and on the advantage of Star Valley, but I think the Braves have several guys they can throw at him. I think it might be in the game plan to try and get him in foul trouble. We'll see what happens.
Let's take a look at your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Again, key number one, this is my game plan, attack Hanna and the rim. I'd like to see Star Valley continue to try and finish at the rim. They were dang cold against Sugar Salem, both of those games. I think you got to credit the Digger defense there, but I'd like to see them do that. And with their big guys, Hodges, McClure, Linford, Johnson, can you get Andrew Hanna in some foul trouble? Key number two, you need to defend the three, which we just talked about. Jackson's going to shoot a ton of them tonight. Dictate the tempo. You heard me say that in the girls' game. The Braves did not do that against Sugar Salem in either game. They need to get back to playing how they did before they played the Diggers and impose their style of play on their opponent. That needs to happen tonight, and I think part of that, Duke, is getting at least 60 points. I think the Braves offense has kind of been stuck in second gear for the last couple of games, and so we'll see if they can shift up and get up over 60.
That's a check of your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game. Legend driven online at RockyMountainYeti.group. Thank you for joining us. We're about ready for the starting lineups and to tip off this game between Star Valley, who is the 4th-ranked team in the 4A class in the Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll. Jackson spent some time in the top 5. They were number 5. Right now, Riverton slid into that spot at number 5, and Jackson sitting right outside at number 6, according to the polls. Let's send it down to the court for the national anthem, presented in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware, serving Star Valley since 1932, the local and helpful place.
Let's meet today's starters with the help of Peevler's Mountain Star. Peevler's Mountain Star, located on Rocky Road on the north end of Afton.
Croy Jenkins, son of Aaron and Cassie Jenkins. I'm a senior, and Osmond.
Ridge Nild, son of Chance and Jackie Nild, senior, Afton.
Luke Linford, son of Jason and Robin Linford, Afton, senior.
Jacob Hodges, son of Boone and Laura Hodges, senior, Bedford.
Taff McClure, son of Brian and Sarah McClure. I'm a senior, and I live in Smoot.
PJ Horsley, son of Jason and Stacy, junior, Afton.
Cash Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna. I'm a junior, Smoot, Wyoming.
Tristan Hilton, son of Mark and Lacey Hilton, junior, Osmond, Wyoming.
Max Jensen, son of Deanna and Wade Jensen, junior, Afton.
My name is Simon Gaskell, son of David and Amy Gaskell. I'm a junior, Fairview, Wyoming.
Varsity roster for the Braves presented by Peevler's Mountain Star, and the Braves starting 5 just announced.
Number 0, Jacob Hodges, a 6'5 senior. 6'4 senior, number 3, Luke Linford. 6'5 senior, Taft McClure, number 5. Also getting the start tonight is number 22, Croy Jenkins, a 6'5 senior. And I honestly missed one dude. Looks like PJ Horsley, 6'1 junior, wearing number 12. Braves coached by Mitch Schwab, assisted by Bauer Johnson and Shane Williams.
Jackson Bronx starting 5. Jackson Bronx starting 5 being announced here in front of their home crowd. Number 1, Seb Brunner with 13.4 points per game. Number 5 is A.J. Fowler. Number 14 is Isaac Larson. Number 21, the threat down low, Andrew Hanna, 16 points per game, coupled with 12.5 rebounds per game. The rebounding number tops in the 4A class on a per-game average. And Gavin Keelan, number 24, at 7.3 points per game. Jackson in their home whites, head coached by Hayden Hatfield. And we are ready to rumble in this year's first meeting of the Snake River Shootout, this time in Jackson. And it matters. Opening weekend of the 4A class.
We talk
conference play.
We talk about Andrew Hannon. Obviously, he's a big, tall drink of water, big kid. But Gavin Keelan, he's averaging, 7 points, as you mentioned, pulls down a bunch of rebounds as well. He's another big kid. So A lot of size on this court between these two teams tonight.
It's going to be McClure and Hannah going up for the opening tip-off. I believe both quarterbacks. No, that's incorrect.
No, Hannah was definitely the tight end, though.
He was, yes. All right, so Jackson wins the opening tip. And it will be Jackson basketball with Brunner. A screen on the outside, works to the baseline, bounces in the lane, and Hannah gets early position and scores with a foul. And just like that, Hannah to the line for the and one with 7:47 to play in the first.
First foul is going to go against Jacob Hodges. That was quick. Andrew Hannah, that's the thing, though. He's just a big kid, Duke. This is his third year playing varsity ball. He is a veteran. He knows what the plan is.
Free throw is off the rim, no good. McClure has the rebound, remains 2-zip on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. First possession of the game for the visiting Braves. Work it to Johnson, top of the key, hands off to Linford. He'll pivot on the post, look inside, nothing. Outside to Hodges on the right wing. Down low to Johnson, dribble in the lane, double team shot, no good, but he's fouled. And I think they get Hannah on that one.
And you know what, Duke? I made a mistake on the starting lineup. Tayson Johnson got the start tonight instead of Croy Jenkins. I apologize for that.
We actually get Brunner on the foul for Jackson. And to the line is the sophomore Tayson Johnson. First is away and in and out, no good.
Tayson on the season coming into this game, shooting 50% from the free throw line.
He gets another attempt here 30 seconds into the game. Star Valley down 2-0 in the early goings, and the second free throw swishes to make it 2-1 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Jackson ball. Braves pick up the ball handler in the front court. That's Brunner, and on him defensively is Horsley. Brunner gets a screen, dumps it down to Hannah. No shot, but he's pushed by Hodges.
Well, Jacob doesn't like the call, but he reaches all the way around, and you just don't need to do that. You look where Hannah was. He wasn't going to do anything with that ball. And, Hodges reaches clear into his breadbasket, and that's an easy call for the official. It's two quick fouls on Hodges.
So he has to come out less than a minute into the game. Jenkins will sub in for him. You don't miss much when you sub Jenkins in for Hodges. Hannah works it over to Keelan. He dribble drives, now dumps off to Fowler, and out to Brunner, who resets the offense. Brunner wants to drive in the lane, fakes the dish, shots up and good. Seb gets the first bucket for him on the game to make it 4-1.
It's interesting to me, Duke. Tayson Johnson is defensively on Hannah, and they're going to get Luke Linford for a travel.
He kind of took a jab to his left, and they'll say he picked up his pivot foot before he passed it. So Star Valley turns it over with a 3-point deficit early in the game. 6:55 to go in the first.
The Rowley towels are out. They've handed out a bunch of orange and black towels before the game, and they're getting whipped around today.
Brunner across the half-court line, goes to Hannah, double team, ball's loose, picked up by Johnson. It was tipped out by Linford. Now to Horsley across the half-court line. He has a screen, defense picks him up, pulls up the jumper off the elbow, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Hannah over the top of Johnson. Works it outside to Larson. Back up top. 3-ball from Hannah, and he hits the deep one.
It's Gavin Keelan hitting that one. Excuse me.
So Keelan gets the triple to make it 7-1. Jackson early.
On the season, Duke, he's 4 of 31, but he drained that one.
Missed jumper on the baseline by McClure. Rebound to Jackson. Bronx out the ball with a 6-point lead. Brunner hesitates, drives, scores. Brunner attacks on the angle, and it's all Jackson in the early going, 9-1.
Well, someone's got to step in front of Brunner and stop the ball.
Linford on the outside, step back, down to the baseline to Jenkins. Shot is up, no, but a foul on the floor before the shot. That's going to be an inbound play on the baseline for the Braves.
Isaac Larson going to pick up his first. And this is not uncommon, Duke. You come up here, they got a great crowd. They get a couple of early shots, and they're riding that momentum.
McClure misses a jumper on the inbound. Hannah has another board. Out quickly to Brunner, who wants to run in transition. Defense picks him up. Brunner passes around up top to Keelan. Deep three, swish. Back-to-back for Gavin, and a quick timeout for the Braves, as they're down 12-1, 5:33 to play in the first, back in 30 on SVI.
Adventure seekers, optimists, Authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Jackson's been hot in the early goings from the perimeter. Back-to-back threes for Gavin Keelan. Big play underneath so far early from Hannah.
So Keelan came into this game 4 of 31 from beyond the arc. He's 2 for 2.
Horsley loses the ball on the angle attack. Had a little look, but the ball just slips out of his hands, and the Braves turn it over. 5:24 to play in the first period. 2 team fouls apiece. Jackson leading, though, 12-1. Screen set for Brunner. Works it. Horsley stays with him. Forces the pass away to Larson. Larson wants to drive. Here's a shot in the lane. No good. Gets his own rebound. Can't go back up with it. Linford almost has a steal, but Larson reattacks. Dumps off to Hannah, who scores. Great job by Larson to keep the play alive, and he's credited with an assist and an easy 2 to Hannah.
Braves defensively not defending the rim right now. Bronx getting layups, getting second chances.
Johnson, 3, no, 1 and done. And Jackson with the rebound and a foul on Horsley. Frustration early on for the Braves. 4:44 to play in the first. Bronx lead at 14-1.
First personal on PJ, third team foul on the Braves.
Seb Brunner works it right side to Hannah. Braves go into a half-court trap. Now with threes away. Good. That one from Isaac Larson. And Jackson's jumped out to a 17-1 advantage.
Well, they've only missed one shot.
Jenkins, fade away, foul, no good. No, it is good. It was tipped in by Linford, but they wave it off. They're going to say the foul. They're going to say the foul was on the shot, but they won't count the bucket. They'll say Linford tipped it in.
It's going to be foul number 2 on Isaac Larson. Third team foul on the Bronx. Croy Jenkins to the free throw line for the first time on the season. Croy shooting 63% from the free throw line. That one is no good.
Bounced around the rim and did not drop. Cooper Lancaster subs in for Horsley, as does Ridge Neal.
Well, you got a couple of shooters right there.
Yeah. Ridge will come in for Linford. One more from the line for Jenkins. 4:20 to play in the first. Free throws away and in, makes it 17-2.
Braves still looking for their first field goal, though, Duke.
No half-court trap as Brunner tries to get to the rim. Can't. He loses the ball. Oh, they're going to get a foul on Lancaster.
First personal on Cooper. Fourth team foul on the Braves. 4:12 to go here in the first.
Brunner will inbound for Jackson. Lob to Hannah. He's on the elbow. Pivots, dumps it off outside. Harlan can't get to the rim. Now back out again. Now Hannah on the baseline. Dribble shot, no good. Great defense by Johnson. Loose ball into the hands of Neal. He's out in front. Now a 3. Lancaster off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Keelan. Jackson basketball. And the Braves, again, not shooting well to open up the game. That's been a trend the last couple. Brunner in the lane. Ball tipped by Neal on the run. Ridge wants to go in transition. Takes it to the rim. Shot is up. No good, but he's fouled. Brunner gets the whistle, and that puts Ridge Neal to the Riverside Dental free throw line with the clock stopped at 3:39.
Second personal on Seb Brunner. 14 fouls on the Bronx. 3:39 to go in the first. Ridge Neal to the line. Ridge on the season, shooting 100%, 2 for 2 from the line in varsity action.
Make it 3 for 3. First one's perfect, and Star Valley getting points from the line. 17-3 as Jenkins comes out, Johnson comes in.
I think Tayson Johnson's done a nice job. He's not been afraid of the moment, that's for sure.
Free throw too strong. Johnson gets the rebound, but loose, stolen away. Loose ball pulled in by Hannah. He outlets to Brunner across the half-court line. 3.5 to go in the first. Brunner crossing over. Wants to get to the rim. Can't. Great defense Lancaster forces the ball back out. 3 on the way, no good. Lancaster's foul by Brunner. 2 back-to-back fouls on Seb. Lancaster had good position.
And that's his third. Seb Brunner just picked up his third foul with 3:23 to go in the first quarter. And as good as things have started for the Bronx, that is not what you want. Your best shooter, your point guard, going out for, in essence, the rest of the first half.
So he comes out, Fowler back in, and we may not see Seb until late second period,
I'd
if
be
at
shocked.
all. Here's Neal, hands off to Lancaster, works it right, down low, shot fake, double team, ball tipped, loose on the court, and out with it is Larson. Jackson basketball, 3 to go in the first. Larson hesitates, has the screen, gets to the left post, drives in. Defense has the ball loose. Larson picks it up, kick out, 3 away from Harlan. Good. Another triple. Carson Harlan gets this one, and the lead up to 17.
Jackson really unselfish tonight. 5 assists already.
Hot shooting from the perimeter continues. Lancaster on the outside, dribbles down low, and it's out of bounds. Unforced turnover on the Braves.
Well, if you're Star Valley, things couldn't have started much worse here. So all you can do is try and calm yourself and win the next possession. Checking in now for the Bronx is number 15. This is Palmer Wetzel. He will replace A.J. Fowler in the lineup.
2 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the first period. Larson across the half-court line. Gets a screen, works it to the right wing, and the ball tipped, loose, picked up by Hanna, goes up to the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lancaster. McClure on the defense. Made it a tough shot. Lancaster up top, works it to Linford, who subs back in. Linford has a screen, can't get to the rim, back outside, and a travel call on the perimeter. Taft McClure gives it back. Looks like Coy Jenkins going to sub back in.
Another unforced turnover here for the Braves. Jenkins will replace Johnson. And Duke, we played almost 6 minutes. Braves still don't have a field goal.
They trail 20-3 with 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first. Jackson with the basketball. Larson hands off to Harlan. Lobs to the elbow. Good move by Hanna. Drives to the rim and scores.
Was probably fouled too, but he still finished.
2 more for Hanna, and the lead up to 19 points. 22-3. Quick start offensively and defensively here for the Bronx.
And you're not going to get this back right away, Duke. You just got to chip away at it and just get into your game and rhythm. Don't abandon what you've been practicing all week.
Linford has a screen, pulls up the jumper. No, too strong. Rebounded by Wetzel. It's Jackson basketball. Across the timeline comes Larson. 3 off the rim, no good. Foul by Hanna, trying to jump over the back of Jenkins. Stops the clock at 1:22. Start by the ball.
First personal on Andrew Hanna. 15 foul on the Bronx. 1:22 to go. That's one thing the Braves have going in their favor, is a chance to maybe shoot a bunch of free throws in the first half, but still looking for their first field goal. Down 19 points here.
Board shows 16 foul on Jackson.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to put Braves in the bonus. Here's Linford in the lane, tries to bully himself down, but goes to Jenkins, who scores. Great assist from Luke Linford to find Croy on the baseline for 2. First field goal of the game for Star Valley. Up, now trailing now 22-5 in Jackson. Here's Hanna below the elbow on the post. Has the ball tipped away by Linford. Loose ball, Luke has it. Out in front to Cooper. Cooper loses his footing and travels. His feet just slipped out from underneath him and slid. Tried to stop, and his body did, but his feet did not.
Tayson Johnson checking in, and also P.J. Horsley in for Lancaster. Ridge Neal into the lineup as well.
Still 22-5. Jackson on top now with the ball. 46 seconds to play in the first period. Larson across the half-court line has a screen. Defense switches. Pitch off in the corner. Wetzel 3, and he has it. Now Palmer Wetzel has a triple, and everybody shooting threes in Jackson. A 20-point Bronx lead. Horsley to answer. In and out of the cylinder, no good. It was down. It was all the way down and just came out. Rebounded by the Bronx with 20 seconds.
Bronx 5 of 7 from the three-point line in this first quarter. You're on pace to hit 23s in the game.
Larson outside for the Bronx, 10 seconds. 3 away from Harlan. No good. Ball tipped, loose, out of bounds. Last touch by the Bronx at Star Valley ball with 4 seconds to go in the first period. You got to think those threes will even out percentage-wise, but it seems like Jackson always shoots well against the Braves here on the home court. Here's a half-court buzzer beater left short by Linford, and we go to the second period with a 20-point Jackson lead. 25-5 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard on the SVI Sports Network.
Shoulder injury that I had been struggling with for about 2.5 years. After just a couple months of treatment, I was able to get out of the chronic pain that I had been in for that time. I don't have any pain anymore, or very little. If it does flare up, I'm able to see her for one visit and she knocks it out again. I had seen a physical therapist 3 times. I'd seen an orthopedic surgeon. I'd gotten an MRI trying to resolve this, and she was the first thing that actually worked.
Today, we're going to play a little mini game called Whose is Whose. One of these individuals spent 13 years building equity in their home. The other spent a few weeks selling the home. So, whose stack is whose? Yeah, that doesn't seem right to us either. You worked hard to maintain and increase your home's value. Shouldn't you see that value when you sell it?
Assist to sell, full service with savings, 886-4990.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball, live on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
Coming out of the timeout, the official pulls all the players into the mid-circle and is having some sort of conversation.
The Bronx bench talked to this official here and wanted something checked at the table. He came over and checked something, and now we're back to play. So obviously they had some concerns, and now that's been resolved.
Star Valley basketball to open up the second period.
Boy, ugly first quarter for the Braves, stellar first quarter for the Bronx. Bronx on pace to score 100 points.
It's 25-5 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Ball moving around the outside. Tayson has it. Johnson passes left side to Nill. Ridge fakes a pass inside, dribbles up top to McClure. Work it to the right to Linford. He wants to drive, pulls up the jumper, in and out again. I tell you, these shots are halfway down, and they're popping up.
Still, the Braves are settling for outside stuff. I want to see him go down on the low block.
Ball tipped, but Hanna gets it and drives and scores easily. 27-5, Jackson. Johnson wants to drive, gets in the lane, pivots, no shot, now a turnaround. Left short, but McClure has it, and he puts it in. Board and a bucket for Taft. 27-7. Nice. Larson across the half court, works it left, open three, away but short. Hanna rebounds, outlets, shot fake, drive, lays it up and in. Gavin Keelan in the lane for 2. The run continues for the Bronx, 29-7. McClure on the outside. Stops, comes back to the perimeter and hands off to Johnson. Here's Ridge, works left. Horsley finds a seam, jumper baseline, no good. Rebound to Larson. Jackson basketball. A lot of one and dones for the Braves.
Not only that, Duke, the Bronx are just getting a lot more shots. They put up 19 shots to Star Valley's 12 at this point.
On the perimeter is Harlan. Up top. 3 fake for Keelan. Drives, scoops it up and in. Hits the deck. And it's now 31-7. Jackson.
And Gavin Keelan has 10 points already. He averages 7. Bronx are just coming after the Braves like a hungry dog.
McClure drives, kick out, Nilled open 3. Yes! The shooter from left. A Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton triple, and it's now 31-10. Ball stolen on the other end. Linford has a loose ball. Out in front to Johnson. One-on-one. Sidestep. Shot. Offensive foul.
That is not a good call. He was not set.
The boos from the visiting crowd come in. Doesn't look like we have a replay. As Hodges comes in, he picked up 2 fouls early, so he's back in after that.
Tayson Johnson going to be whistled for the offensive foul. 5th team foul on the Braves with 5:45 to go here in the half.
Larson on the outside for Jackson. Linford on him defensively. Works it down to Hannah. Hodges, good defense, and Hannah's out of bounds. Hodges forces it too far down low, and Hannah turns it over.
Jacob's going to have to continue to play aggressive and smart with those 2 fouls.
5:30 to play in the second. Star Valley trying to dig back into a 21-point deficit. McClure, top of the key. Fakes a shot. Wants to drive, spins, puts it up, left it short, ball tip. Neal has the rebound. Ridge works to Hodges, open 3, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Jackson. Harland on the run. Defense picks him up and he stops in the front court. Works it to the right side. Keelan, 3, yes.
I am blown away by what Gavin Keelan is doing in this half.
He can't miss. Home crowd's loving it, 34-10. Hodges in the lane and spins. He shoots, no good. Rebound to Jackson. Out to Larson. Whips it to Hannah. Shot no good. Defense by Hodges. Rebound to the Braves. Horsley across the half-court line. Hesitates, drives, hops, loses the ball, picks it back up, clears it back out. Kneeled on the perimeter. Defense on him. Goes back to Horsley. Clock down to 4:28 to play before halftime. McClure dribbles. Looks for a screen. Goes to Hodges. From the free throw line, ball tip, picks it up and lays it in easy. Jacob for 2.
Nice job of Jacob to recognize he could continue toward the rim there instead of just trying to put in the little shoot, the little floater.
4 minutes, 8 seconds to go before halftime. Braves trying to keep this one within striking distance right now. They're trailing 34-12, and there's going to be a foul on Linford as he was working against Isaac Larson. That stops the clock at 4:01.
First personal on Luke Linford. 16 foul on Star Valley with 4:01 to go here in the half. Cooper Lancaster checking back in.
Carson Harlan inbounds backcourt to Isaac Larson. Bronx work against the Braves defense. Whip up top to Keelan. Down to Hannah. One-on-one. Spin. Splits the double team. No good. Get his own rebound, but he falls and travels. And Hannah turns it over.
And as good a game as Andrew Hannah has had to this point, Duke, he's left a few baskets off the board. This lead could be worse.
3:45 to play in the second. Star Valley wants to pull back to within 20 here. McClure lobs to Hodges. One-on-one on Hannah. Spins to the lane. Bouncing and drops. Hodges for 2 on the post.
I'm always complaining that these modern kids don't use the glass, Duke. Great example of using the glass there by Jacob Hodges.
Timeout by Coach Hatfield of Jackson. Will take it. 3:27 to play in the second. 34-14. Back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health and Mountain West Orthopedics are proud to sponsor athletic trainers to support student athletes at Evanston, Mountain View, Lyman, and Star Valley High Schools. Jackie Clark, Darren Fiskus, and Kelly Hansen help students stay healthy and safe, provide emergency medical care on the field and court, and help rehabilitate injuries. It's just one way we're giving back to the communities we serve.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves Basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Coming out of the Jackson timeout, it's Star Valley trailing by a score of 34-14. Both teams in the single bonus with 6 fouls apiece. Star Valley's going to come out with some backcourt pressure. Jackson breaks it to Larson, works it into the corner. 3's away, too strong, no good. Hodges has the rebound. Goes to Lancaster. Cooper across half court. He'll stop on the right side. Offense sets. Jenkins to Hodges. Spins. Shot.
Nice.
Rolled it in. And Jacobs coming alive here in the second period.
Well, and it forces Hannah to play defense. Up until now, I don't think usually had to.
Harland drives, dishes, open 3. Wetzel doesn't take it. Drives, dishes, open 3. Keelan takes it off the front rim that time. No good, but a rebound. Keelan again. Dribble, drive, lob. Yes. 36-16. The lead remains 20. Keelan's having the game of his life right now.
Well, he's got 15 points.
Cooper misses one. Loose ball picked up by Jackson. Out in front, Hannah alone, lobs it in and good. 38-16, 2:25 to play in the second. Braves just got beat that time.
Yeah, the more concerning thing about the Braves right now is, they're getting beat back and they're not stopping the ball to the rim, things that you just got to do.
Coach Schwab wants to chat about it. 2:17 to play in the second. Jackson 38, Star Valley 16. Full timeout on SVI.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford everywhere.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? My whole family goes in my Caribou Ford.
We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30.
And we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Hi, my name is Bill Tech. I'm the current mayor of the city of Kemmer. The biggest thing is the freedom that we have here, and I want to preserve that. We're all about camping, hunting, fishing, hiking, boating, all those outdoor things. Kemmer and Lincoln County are in my heart and always will be.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming out of the timeout, Star Valley basketball. Here's Horsley dribbling the lane, hooked it up left side, no good, but Johnson hits the board in a bucket. Catch and shoot in the air to make it 38-18. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Jackson runs, open three, Larson in and out, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Hodges. Looks to Linford across half court. Linford wants to take it on the angle. Can't get it. Baseline pass too high to Horsley and out of bounds.
Yeah, just unfortunately off Horsley's fingertips there.
Turns the ball back over with 1:52 to play in the second period. Star Valley full court press on the inbound play. He'll stay man-to-man, no trap. Linford in the backcourt with Larson. With him across the timeline on the crossover dribble. Larson works to the post, wants to dump it down, but instead kicks back out to Wetzel. Works it down to Hanna. Hodges on him, double team, kick out. Three ball from Harland away in the corner. No good. Now Jackson's starting to cool off a little bit. Horsley on the outside now for Star Valley. Works it left side. Ridge passes left. Linford takes the three. Too strong, no good, but Horsley has the rebound. Wants to hesitate, pulls up the jumper baseline. Off the rim, no good. Loose ball, rebound, pulled in by Jackson, and then a foul on Linford.
I think it's too early for the Braves to be just launching these outside shots. They had Tayson Johnson down low. I think he'd have got an easy bucket if they'd have got it down to him. They need to continue to attack the rim, pile up some fouls on the Bronx, play the long game.
That whistle will result in a one-on-one shooting situation here for Carson Harland.
Second personal on Luke Linford. Harland free throw is good.
Makes it 39-18. Jackson up big and just came out of the gates roaring in this one. Second free throw in and out, no good. McClure has the rebound for Star Valley. Goes to Horsley across the half-court line. PJ sets up on the perimeter. Top of the key to McClure. Jabs, elbow jumper, bouncing and no good. Fight for the rebound. Jackson will get it. 1 minute to go before halftime. Jackson basketball and a 21-point lead. Larson bounces down to Hanna. One-on-one, spin, shoot, good. Makes it 41-18. 46 seconds to go in the second period.
Hanna with 12, Keelan with 15. They have killed the Braves tonight.
Johnson travels in the lane. He tried to back down the defense and took one extra step before he passed the ball out. So another unforced turnover on Star Valley with 40 seconds to go. Second period, 41 for Jackson, 18 for the Braves, both teams single bonus. Inbound backcourt. Larson with it on the dribble. Horsley's with him across half court. Crosses over, gets a screen, works it to the right side wing. Hands off to Wetzel. Dribbles up top, kneeled on Wetzel, and he'll hand off to Harlan. Harlan steps back with 23 seconds. Lancaster on him over top of a screen. Dribble drive, down to the baseline, no shot, kick back out top, 15 seconds. Jab and drive for Keelan, shot is up, no good. Rebounded for Johnson with 10 seconds to go. Chance here for the Braves before half, 7 seconds. Now down to 6, 3, nil, off the rim, no good. Ball tipped up, and the putback is missed at the buzzer, and a rebound for Hanna, and that takes us to halftime. What a half it was for the Bronx. They get a standing O from the home crowd and go into the locker room, leading the rival Braves in this one, 41-18. Star Valley Health halftime show on the way after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Nothing on us? How hard can it be to be a banker? They just give other people's money away. Cole and Marty got nothing on us. Yeah. This is the weekday wake up on SVI, your home for totally free personal and business listening. Okay, so you're ready for a subscription then. Just a few things to sign, we'll be on your way. Hey Amanda, what's the federal rate interest period on the Grace escrow after the next 4 quarters? If you could just sign here, here, initial here. So after a quick look at your credit, it's pretty evident that it's not good. And so it's not in the best interest of the bank to give you a loan today. I'm sorry. That's right, Cole and Marty, you've got nothing on us. We're gonna get people to give us money, and it's gonna be the Bank of Duke and Dow.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Vail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Vail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today. B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
This is Braves basketball and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
Jackson Bronx with a big lead over the visiting Star Valley Braves in the Star Valley Health halftime show. Currently right now 41-18. Jackson on top, and it was just kind of every facet there of the first half now went Jackson's way. Hot shooting outside. Braves didn't shoot particularly well again in the first half, and Jackson with the big lead.
Well, and I would even go so far as to say the Braves shot poorly, especially in that first quarter. Meanwhile, the Bronx were absolutely, I wouldn't even say they were red hot. They were white hot in that first quarter. Definitely a combination of playing fantastic and not playing well, and the Bronx playing with just all kinds of confidence after a super quick start.
Again, your score 41-18, Jackson on top. Let's dig into that score with the help of your halftime stats presented by Battleson Brothers Carpet One, Floor and Home.
Well, the Twin Tower combination of Andrew Hanna and Gavin Keelan are beating up the Braves tonight. They've combined for 27 points and 9 rebounds in that first half. Hanna had 12 and 5. Keelan came into this game averaging just over 7 points a game, 7.3, and he had 15 in the first half. So a heck of a game for him, including 3 from the land of plenty. He'd only hit 4 in the entire season coming into this game. So Keelan with 15 in that first half. Amazing half for him. The Bronx 11 of 17 from the field, 6 of 14 from beyond the arc. Even with the Braves rebounding wise, steals not much to talk about. And then the assists. I've got the Bronx with 8 assists to just 2 for the Braves. Offense really struggling again for Star Valley tonight. 6 of 18 from the field, just 1 of 8 from the three-point line. Only 2 assists in that first half, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Leading the way, Jacob Hodges, who actually sat with some foul trouble, came in and scored a couple of baskets. He had 6 points, 4 rebounds to lead the way. Also scoring in that first half, Ridge Neild with 4, Tayson Johnson with 3 points and 4 rebounds, Taft McClure with 2 points. And that's a look at your numbers at the half, skewed heavily in favor of the Bronx.
Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One, quality, price, service. That's Battleson Brothers Flooring Before we go to break, let's do some trivia time. See if we can give away a couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Yeah, if you're the first person to get the answer correct at 307-203-4637, you'll win that couples combo. The question for tonight is, how many state titles did the Braves win in the 1980s? I'm talking basketball. How many basketball state titles?
Boys basketball.
Boys basketball in the 1980s.
If you think you know the answer, text it in quick. Even wager a guess. 203-4637. You could win a couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex. 41-18 Bronx over the Braves at the half on the SVI Sports Network. The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious stay at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy, but it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is. And it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Advanced, local, personalized. Visit StarValleyHealth.org. That is StarValleyHealth.org. Duke Dance, Dal Erickson here with you in Jackson Hole for the Snake River Shootout, and a lot for the home crowd to cheer for after that first half. The Bronx lead the Braves right now 41-18. Dallas, check in with your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, key number one was attack Hanna and the rim. I don't feel like that's happened at all. In fact, I think Andrew Hanna has done the attacking in this first half. He's got 12 points, 7 rebounds. At the break, he's on pace to more than to beat his average on both of those numbers. Key number two is defend the three. No. The Bronx came out, hit 4 of their first 5, 6 of 14 in the first half. The Braves have got to make it more difficult. I think they're depending on the Bronx missing more than they're playing defense right now. Dictate the tempo? Absolutely not. The Bronx have dictated the tempo so far in this game. And 60-plus points. You're a long way off from 60 right now with 18 in the first half. So, as you might guess from the score at the half, plenty of work to do on your Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game.
Legend driven. Find them in Afton, also online at RockyMountainYeti.group. We do have a winner of the couples combo with your trivia question here at the half.
And so I'm talking boys basketball, and I'm talking the year that the trophy was hoisted. And the answer is 4. 1980, 1981, 1988, and 1989. That is the answer to your trivia.
You know, Dal, I was teasing someone in the girls' game for being slow on their answer. They said they were going to come back and win the boys, and that they did. Dang you, Mr. Simpson.
Congratulations.
He was not the quickest, but he was the first one to get it right.
Well, you ever watch that movie Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood? He kills everyone at the end because they're all shooting too fast and they miss. And he takes his time and takes them all out.
So
nice shooting, Tex.
It was 4, the correct answer. And yes, Alan Simpson the first to get it right. I can't believe it. I called him out, and he came back and got it.
I'm going to start calling him Alan Eastwood from now on.
Congratulations, Alan. I got that couples combo for you. You can pick it up from SVI next week. That's going to do it for the Star Valley Health Halftime Show. And Braves with some work to do, trailing 41-18. It will be Jackson basketball to open up the second half of play. They'll inbound to Brunner, who did pick up 3 fouls in the first half.
That's the thing, dude. They did that without Seb Brunner, who's their second leading scorer.
Seb lobs to Hannah, catches, comes down, and scores on the way back up. Just like that.
I'm kind of in shock right now. The Braves.
Hodges blocked by Hannah, and he can't track it down on the sideline, out of bounds.
Well, then on top of that, at least make Hannah earn him from the line. He is absolutely dominating on both ends here to start the third.
7:37 to go in the third period. Jackson gets a score and then a stop. They have the ball back, 43-18. Here's again Hannah in the lane. Dribbles. Hodges won't let him get to the rim that time. Kicks out to Larson. He wants to drive. Kicks out to Brunner. Sidesteps. Lobs it up. And no good. Rebounded by Jacob Hodges.
Really quick first step. Thought he was going to get that.
Horsley. He wants to go coast to coast. Puts up the jumper. And he drops it in. Horsley with the stop and shot.
We'll see if seeing a basket go through the hoop here will help the Braves. PJ had been 0 for 4 from the field, and he hits that one for his first basket of the night.
7 minutes left in the third period. Lead at 23 to favor Jackson. Hannah on the outside, dumps it off to the perimeter to Larson. Larson wants to test the drive, but can't get, or that's Keelan rather, can't get to the rim. Works back to Brunner. He attacks, dumps to Hannah, and he's blocked, but a foul. Jacob can't believe he got it, but he did. Picks up a quick one here in the third to give him 3. Puts Hannah on the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Andrew Hannah 0 for 1 tonight, 52% on the season. That one is no good.
Just wide, 6:46 to go in the third period. Jackson leading 43-20 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard.
14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a blocked shot tonight so far for the Jackson big man.
Second attempt for Hannah, good. 44-20. Horsley across the half-court line. McClure in the corner. Lob to Johnson. Dribble, spin, double team, splits it, kicks it back outside to McClure. He attacks, pulls up the jumper baseline, no good, but he's fouled. Taft McClure to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 6:35 to go in the third.
Keelan picks up his first foul. Taft to the free throw line for the first time tonight. He is 68% over the course of the season coming into tonight's game.
Looks down the front end of 2, drains the first to make it 44-21.
Again, these stats courtesy of wildpreps.com. Appreciate David Settle and Wild Preps. It's a great resource for us.
Best in the nation by far. And second free throw rattles out, no good. Here's Brunner on the run for the Bronx after the rebound. Hesitates, steps back. Linford stays with him. Now he drives in baseline. Dumps it back outside. Keelan again. Three's away, and it's good again. Looks to the student section with the 3 fingers up, and it's 47-21. Hesitation by Linford. Step back. Elbow jumper. Banked it. Good. 47-23.
Well, I don't know if Gavin Keelan was owed some 3-pointers coming into tonight. As I said, had not shot well from 3. He's 4 of 5 tonight. He made 4 in the season leading into tonight. He is having himself a night.
Brunner, the dribbler, has the ball poked away by Horsley into the hands of Hodges. Hands off to Linford across half court. Linford on the left wing. Dribbles, free throw line, jumper, bouncing, and drops. Luke for 2, 47-25.
Back-to-back baskets for Luke. He's now got 4 points.
5:38 and counting here in the third. Still a lot of time to work with, but Star Valley needs some stops. Hand off to Hannah. Dump outside. Larson 3. Yes. Isaac Larson gets 1. And the Bronx are hot again. Timeout Jackson back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network. Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit svfunzone.com for reservations.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball, live on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
5 minutes, 28 seconds go in the third period. Right now, the Bronx doubling up the Braves, 50-25 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. And that shooting from the perimeter just keeps going for Jackson. Couple more threes here. Now Star Valley on the other end. Johnson has the ball tipped, tracks it down, out of bounds. Star Valley possession. Last touch by Keelan in the corner. Braves keep possession with Linford looking to trigger it in on the baseline. Well, now he'll move over to the sideline just above the corner. Works up to McClure. Star Valley runs the offense outside. Taft drives, shot on the baseline, no good, may have been deflected. He thought it was a foul. Officials don't give it to him. Into the hands of the Bronx. Outside is Larson. Can't get to the rim, kicks it out, ball loose. Dive for it, Jackson has it. Ball loose again into the backcourt. Jackson again has it. Keelan keeps possession, wants to drive, splits the D to the rim. Offensive charge, and that was an easy call. Tayson Johnson was sitting there all day waiting for that one. He draws the charge, and it's Braves ball.
Good job by Johnson. Take that. Just the second personal on Hannah, though. Second team foul on the Bronx is all. Braves down 25 with just under 5 minutes to go in the third.
Hodges on the perimeter, holds the ball high, goes cross-court. McClure in the corner, up top. Linford fakes the three, now drives in, jumper elbow, good. Luke might be getting hot, and it's 50-27.
He's hit his last 3 shots, and he's got 6 points, all of them in this quarter.
Now 50-27, 4.5 to go in the third. Brunner drives, lays it up, good with the foul as he hits the deck. Goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line for the and one. And every time the Braves get something going, Jackson's able to answer.
Well, someone's got to step in front of these. I mean, Brunner's getting layups. Keelan's had layups. The Braves have done a poor job of stopping the ball to the rim tonight. They're just getting eaten up.
Croy Jenkins and Cooper Lancaster both sub in. Free throws no good. Johnson gets the rebound. 4.5 to go in the third period. McClure across half court. Taft on the perimeter. Lobs down to Jenkins, and there's going to be a foul called against Jackson's Isaac Larson. So he backed into Jenkins.
Yeah, kind of backed into him while he was in the air. They're going to say third personal on Larson. Third team foul, 4:17 to go in the third. Checking back in for the Bronx is Carson Harlan, number 13. See if they can lob this into Croy. They usually have a good play here for him.
He certainly has a size advantage and a good matchup against Harlan, but instead they go outside. Linford spins on the baseline, can't get to the rim, kick out to McClure. Taft on the free throw line, dribbles into the paint, goes to the rim, no good, but he's fouled. And Taft to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 with the clock stopped at 4:05.
Keelan will pick up his third. Fourth team foul. Foul kind of piling up here for the Bronx in the third. McClure to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 tonight. He's got 3 points in the game. Make it 4. And Taft's a guy that those first 8 games or so, Duke, he was making huge plays for the Braves. He's been kind of quiet offensively. Let's see if this can get him going.
Hit both free throws to make it 52-29. Star Valley digging into this lead, which was as much as 22, I believe.
25. It was 50-25.
That's right, 25. Now cutting into it slowly, but Jackson with the ball now. Brunner on the outside. Has the ball tipped by Lancaster, recollects it. Now takes the 3 over the backboard, no good. That will be an out-of-bounds play. Star Valley will have it.
Checking in, I should say, number 44 for the Bronx. First time we've seen him. I don't have a 44 on my roster. Do you?
Neither do I.
The mysterious number 44.
I think the last time we had a missing number, it was a 44.
It's like Coulter Dawson. He graduated. Come on.
Here's a lob down to Johnson. Spins on the post. Great move by Tayson. Faked right back to his left side and found the rim.
Tayson's had a nice game. 5 points, 6 boards.
Still a 21-point lead. Star Valley trying to chip away, double teaming Hannah on the outside, drives, loses the ball on the court, picked up by Linford, who's fouled. Great job on the defense to triple team Hannah, force the ball out, and another foul for the Bronx. That is their fifth team foul.
First personal on Harlan. So the Braves with a chance to maybe get to the free throw line a bunch of times. We'll see if they can capitalize on it here this half. Oh, got a foreign something on the court. You're going to go pick it up?
Like a tape roll got out there.
It was. I get bounced off a coach's foot. That's why he was on it so quick.
3:15 to go, Star Valley basketball, third period. 52-31, Jackson on top. Still time for the Braves if they can make a run here. Jenkins double teamed on the baseline, kicks it back outside. Johnson on the free throw line, spins, can't get to the rim, kicks back out to McClure. Clock down to 3 minutes. Taft, no shot. Hands off to Lancaster. Cooper, he spins, goes left post, one-on-one, and scores. Cooper left side for 2.
Braves offense coming alive a little bit, but got to credit Jackson's defense too, and they are one of the best defensive teams in 4A.
Here's Brunner, lobbed it up on the post and in for 2. And they're going to say Star Valley turned it over on the inbound play. They'll say the kid triggering it in stepped across the line. So they give the ball right back to Jackson. I missed it.
I did too. I was looking at my stat sheet. Horsley will check in for Linford.
2:38 to go in the third period. Jackson gifted an extra possession. Brunner will inbound. Goes outside. Keelan in the lane. Shot is up. No good. Big rebound by Johnson. Star Valley basketball, so the turnover doesn't impact much. McClure works left side. Horsley dribbles under the rim. Reverses layup. No good. Hannah on the rebound for the Bronx. 2:20 to go in the third. Jackson still up 54-31. Down low underneath. Shot fake. Johnson in the air, and they're going to get him on the foul. No shot on the floor.
John's a little slow to get up, but looks like he's okay. Second personal on Tayson. Third team foul on the Braves. Ridge Neal going to check in for Croy Jenkins. Cooper Lancaster in there. It'll be Jackson ball, though. Seb Brunner with the honors. He's got 8 points in this game.
Brunner inbounding. Lobs up to Keelan. Takes a 3. Off the front, no good. Fight for the rebound. Saved by the Bronx into the backcourt. Saved before a backcourt violation. Jackson with the possession in the lane. Ball tipped, though, by McClure into the hands of Neal for the steal. Now back the other way. Up top, Neal passes on a 3. Extra pass to McClure. No shot for him. Dribble drive. Jumper in the lane. No good. Fight for the rebound. And picking it up is Cooper. Bounces down low to Johnson, who scores. Great assist from Cooper to keep the play alive. And Jackson turns it over on the inbound play. So just as Star Valley did a moment ago, Jackson does the same. Extra possession for the Braves. The lead is now at 19.
Again, mysterious number 44 checks in. He will replace Keelan. Man, what a game Keelan has had tonight. 18 points, 5 boards for him. Right now, Hannah at 15 points, 7 rebounds.
Cooper inbounds up top to Johnson. 1:38 to play in the third period. Ridge Neal holds the ball deep on the right side wing, passes to Horsley. No shot for him. No dribble up Johnson. Open 3. Takes the shot, front rimmed it. Lancaster rebounds, puts it up and in off the jumper post right. Braves trying to put a run together, dig back into it with 1:18 to go in the third.
The thing about Lancaster, he's just a scorer.
Brunner, dish out 3 from Fairbairn. No good. Fight for the board. Hannah gets it and the score. Makes it a 19-point game again, 56-37. Cooper outside. 3 ball off the front rim, no good. Jackson gets the board. Hannah has it.
His 9th.
Bronx across the half-court line. Brunner loses the dribble, picks it up, fight for the rebound or ball, and they're going to get a foul on Cooper.
Second personal on Cooper Lancaster. 4th team foul on the Braves with 47.6 seconds left in the third.
And Jackson inbounds to Hannah. On the baseline, spins, passes outside. Extra pass way into the backcourt. Jackson's going to get it, but it's going to be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, over and back. Good hustle from number 44.
Timeout taken by Coach Schwab. We'll take it as well. 39.4 to go. Big possession here at the end of the third period. Back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network.
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Star Valley basketball after their own timeout. 39.4 to go. Braves down by 19. This will be a big possession to try and get you some momentum heading into the fourth period. Cooper Lancaster will inbound. We'll see what kind of play Coach Schwab has drawn up here for the Braves. And Coach Hatfield wants some sort of explanation. He thought it was his ball. And it was a clear over the back, or over and back. Star Valley inbounds up top to Neal, drives dish out to McClure. Holds it, down low to Cooper, shot fake, now goes up, and Lancaster scores again. Now the Braves looking for a stop. They've cut the lead down to 17, 56-39. Brunner on the outside. Clock down to 18. Brunner dumps it off into 44, makes a good move, and he scores. 10 seconds for the Braves. And a travel call on Star Valley in the backcourt. Gives the ball back to Jackson with the chance to extend the lead back to over 20.
Keelan comes back in, as does A.J. Fowler.
Brunner will inbound. 9.8 to play in the third period. Harlan is going to trigger this in from the side. Goes into the front court to Brunner. Clock rolling at 7. Bounce to Hanna. Outside. Clock down to 4. Now Brunner. Perimeter. 2-1. Brunner jumper at the buzzer. No good. Fading away into the corner. And that takes us to the fourth. 8 minutes to go. The Braves trail by 19, 58-39 on the SVI Sports Network.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Live coverage of this broadcast made possible because of Miles Beverage Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Star Valley and UW Athletics. Wyoming Minuteman Supply, guns and ammo, camping gear, licenses, and more. The Box Y Lodge, nestled high in the mountains, we offer the experience of a lifetime. Swift 98.7, Star Valley's hit music station. And by Star Valley Skidoo and Quick Lube, they repair it all and make it purr.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley ball to open up our fourth period of play. Braves looking for another comeback. They trail 58-39. Lancaster to the rim from outside. Rolled the rim, but no good. Fight for the rebound, and Cooper's going to rip it out. No, they're going to say a jump ball call and give the ball back to Jackson.
Good effort, though, from Cooper.
Inbound play into the backcourt for Jackson. Aggressive play by Lancaster, but the Braves come up empty. Here's Brunner, top of the court for the Bronx. Drives left post, shot up good, but they wave it off. They're going to say a foul on the floor on the dribble drive. That puts Seb Brunner to the line.
Third personal on Cooper Lancaster. That'll be the 15th foul on the Braves.
Oh, so no shooting, yeah, no, nothing to the line.
Oh, okay.
Because it was on the floor, and just a fifth foul. Brunner inbounds up top. Loose ball, though. Johnson picks it up. One-on-one against Hanna. Johnson stops and slips again.
Ouch.
The second time we've seen a travel, and now Johnson is down.
There might be some.
That's the second time we've seen a player slip in transition.
They might want to check that court. There might be some moisture. His feet went right out from under him.
Johnson pops up. He seems to be okay, but
okay.
Yeah, second time
That's
that we've
too bad.
seen Star Valley run the floor and slip.
That's too bad. I actually was wondering if Tayson was thinking of challenging Hannah at the rim there.
Hannah has the ball in the backcourt. Braves pressuring behind the timeline. Still in the backcourt. Now Brunner breaks the press. Works it to the left side. Wetzel, dribble, kick out, 3 down the barrel. Keelan, no good. Rebounded by the Bronx. Wetzel has it, dumps to Hannah, who scores.
Great passing from the Bronx tonight.
Braves are running out of time for a comeback, down to 7 minutes to go in the game. Ball down low to Johnson, tipped, picked up by Linford. Lancaster outside, and his pass almost stolen by Brunner, but works it to Horsley. He drives in, puts up the shot, dropped it in. A little teardrop on the dribble take. 19-point game. 6:47 to go, fourth period. Brunner hesitates, drives, shot, no good. Johnson on the rebound.
Rebound number 8 for Tayson.
Horsley from the free throw line, drives to the left side post. One-on-one against Brunner, has to kick it back out to McClure. Jabs right, now dribbles right for a screen. Dumps it off down low to Johnson, who is fouled. I'm going to say that's on the floor. No, it is shooting foul, okay. So that's going to put Tayson Johnson to the Riverside Dental free throw line for 2 attempts.
4th personal on Isaac Larson. 16 foul, but as you mentioned, Duke, 2 shots here. Tayson's 1 of 2 tonight.
First shot away, left it short. 6:25 to go in the game, 60-41. Bronx on top. One more to come from the stripe for Johnson.
7 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist for Tayson tonight. See if he can salvage this and go 50% from the line here.
Hedges just checked into the game as Johnson shoots, left that one short, but the Braves get a rebound. McClure gets it off the miss, works out to Hedges, fake, drive, dish out again to Taft. He'll have it on the left side wing. 6:18 to go in the game. Taft step back, now takes, still on the post, puts up the shot. Too strong, no good, and a rebound foul underneath by Johnson. Gives the ball back to the Bronx with 6:12 to go in the game.
3rd personal on Tayson, 16 foul on the Braves, so both teams will be shooting free throws from here on out. 6:12 to go.
Hodges back into the game. He'll sub in for Horsley. Pressure in the backcourt again. Brunner able to come up the sideline and break the press. Bounce over to Hannah, right side, attacks, dishes, behind the back pass in the lane, but Keelan can't track it down. Loose ball, and the Bronx somehow come up with it. Now there's another scramble, and there's going to be a foul on the Braves. Stops the clock at 5:55 to go in the game. And that will be shots. 1-1 coming for the Bronx.
They get Tayson for another foul here quickly, so that's his 4th. So now to the free throw line is Isaac Larson. First free throw attempt of the night for him. He's only shot 1 varsity free throw coming into tonight, and he hit it. So we'll see if he can keep that perfect number going.
Front end of the 1-1 is good. Lead back to 20, 61-41, 5:55 to go.
Larson 7 points tonight, 3 rebounds.
Second attempt coming for Isaac. Away and good. Braves ball back down the court. Lancaster on the dribble into the front court. Works to Hedges. Zane dribbles. Pass to McClure. Taft, 3 off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Turn around and scores. A board and a bucket for Tayson. Makes the lead down to 19. Runner dribbles in the backcourt. Double team, spins. Coop stays with him. Taft helps on the trap. Gets it away somehow. Keelan, work it left. Extra pass, corner 3. Wetzel, off the mark, no. Big rebound, and the ball is loose and saved, but into the hands of Star Valley. Johnson down to Hedges, drive, shot, good, no good, almost had it, but he is fouled. That stops the clock at 5:15, and we'll put the sophomore to the free throw line, Zane Hedges, to take 2.
Wetzel has whistled for the foul, his first. Hedges will shoot 2 here. Zane on the season, 54%, 7 of 13 coming into tonight. No good.
Both teams with 7 apiece, 7 fouls apiece. 5:15 to go in the game. Bronx still leading by 19 as Jenkins subs back in. He'll sub out Johnson.
Braves 6 of 14 from the line tonight.
Hedges looks down another one. Good. Got the second. Lead down to 18. Here's a pass across the half-court line to Keelan. Goes right post against Hodges and scores.
Tell you what, Gavin Keelan has been so confident tonight. 20 points for him.
Pull up 3 down the floor, no good. Missed by Lancaster. Rebounded by Jackson out in front to Brunner, who's fouled hard by Cooper. Brunner hits the deck, and he goes to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Brunner's been aggressive against Cooper. It's senior on sophomore, and Cooper's played well. Brunner got the quick step on that one, and now to the line.
4th personal on Cooper.
Said senior. I think Seb's a junior, actually, with the free throw
and
strong.
I think Cooper's a freshman.
He is, yeah. So I said senior on freshman, junior on freshman, technically, is what it is. One more to come here for Seb.
Cooper has a seat replaced by P.J. Horsley. Taft McClure now down on the low block.
Second free throw good. Back to a 21-point game in favor of Jackson. 4:48 to go. Bounce to Hodges. Puts up the shot, left it short. Fight for the rebound. Loose, saved by Horsley. Star Valley ball. McClure on the outside. Now dribbles into the lane. Banked it in off the square.
I think that's the first time in 3 games I've seen Taft look comfortable finishing at the rim.
Brunner across the half-court line for Jackson now. Bounces down low. Defense is there. Pass on the baseline. Hannah can't shoot. Outside to Larson for 3. No good. Jenkins tracks down the rebound. Nearing the midway point. Braves trail by 19. Looking for a run. McClure, jumper. Yes.
I think Taft just needed something to drop for him.
Timeout taken by Coach Swab. Trying to dig into the deficit. 65-48. Back in a full timeout after this.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Physical therapy has been helping people get healthy for over 20 years. With offices in both Afton and Thane, they are ready to help you. Now certified in dry needling, the staff at Aspen Physical Therapy invites you to get back to work, to play, to life. Call 885-4APT or 883-4477 and get started today. Aspen Physical Therapy, a proud supporter of Star Valley and UW Athletics.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball. Live on SVI Media and Swift 98. All part of the SVI Sports Network.
The good news for the Braves right now is Taft has hit a couple shots. See if this gets them going as Zane Hedges tips the ball out of bounds in the backcourt as the Braves jump into a full court press. Ridge Neal quickly subs in, and he'll sub out Zane. So apparently that's what Coach wanted from Zane.
Gets a smattering of applause. Good job, Zane.
Now Star Valley will go into the half-court defense. 4 minutes to go in the game. Brunner hesitates, now lobs across the timeline to Hannah. Pass the ball loose, tipped, and it's going to be an out-of-bounds play off of Jenkins. Jackson keeps it.
Croy really hustling right there, just about came up with a turnover.
Keelan will inbound in front of the Jackson bench.
Keelan's had himself a ball game. 20 points, 5 rebounds. He's hit 4 3-pointers tonight.
Inbound to Brunner, front court. Horsley's on him. 3:50 to go in the game. Brunner steps back, trying to burn some clock. Big crossover move, but the ball's loose. McClure digs it up, and I believe it's a jump ball. And so it will be Star Valley basketball. They get the arrow on that one. Star Valley will have it with 3:44 to go in the game.
Ridge Neal came in on that last dead ball, by the way. So you got Horsley, Neal, McClure. Neal.
Ridge dumps off to McClure. Goes to the free throw line, crosses over, drives down, hop, fade away, tough shot, no good. Hannah has the backside rebound. Out in front to Brunner on the run, but the defense is there, ball loose. Brunner picks it back up in the front court corner. Now down to the baseline and dribbles out of bounds. Brunner tried to keep it alive, but great job by Croy Jenkins and P.J. Horsley to make things difficult and force the turnover.
Just as a stat FYI, that was rebound number 10 for Andrew Hannah. He's got 19 and 10 tonight.
He averages that double-double and hit it again. Hodges one-on-one against Hannah, and Jacob scores over the top. Lead down to 15. And a little foul in the backcourt on Ridge.
8 points for Hodges.
It's going to be 1-and-1 shooting after the Ridge foul to put Isaac Larson to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Well, Larson's 2 for 2 tonight. On the season, like I said, he only came in shooting 1 varsity free throw, so just based on what I've seen, this probably isn't who you want there for the Braves, if you can help it.
Free throw is good. Larson will hit the front end of the 1-and-1, make it a 16-point game.
He's got 9 points now tonight to go with 4 rebounds.
Second attempt, no good, but got his own ricochet rebound. And then a foul again on Ridge. Fouled in the front court floor, and that's going to put Brunner to the free throw line this time.
Third personal on Ridge Neal. Double bonus, you hear the PA announcer. And Brunner to the line where he's 1 of 3 tonight. If he can get one of these, he'll hit 10 points. And he does. 10 points, 5 assists for Seb Brunner on my stat sheet tonight. Cooper Lancaster coming in, replacing P.J. Horsley.
.305 to go in the fourth. Seb Brunner with 1 more free throw, nailed that one as well. Makes it 68-50. 3 free throws there on the last possession for Jackson. McClure rifles one down to Hodges. Quick spin, shot no good though. Ball ricocheted backcourt, and they'll say it was not a backcourt violation. And here's Lancaster for 3, front rim, but Ridge has the board and a bucket. Neal gets 2. Ball ricochets out of bounds on the inbound, stays with Jackson. 2:40 to go in the game.
6 points, couple of boards for Ridge tonight.
This one gets away from Star Valley. Just couldn't quite dig back into it as Lancaster's going to be called for the foul as he tried to tip it away from Brunner.
That's going to be a foul number 5 on Cooper Lancaster. So he fouls out. 6 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist off the bench. Cooper came in and did pretty darn well, I think. Luke Linford's going to check back in.
2:39 to go in the fourth. And, you know, the deficit was about 20, 20 at half or close to that. So Star Valley's played even with Jackson.
It was 20, and it was 25 in the third.
Yeah, so they played even cut into it a little. It just couldn't overcome the deficit that was built in the first going of the half.
To me, the concern is this is now the 3rd game in a row the Braves have dug themselves a giant hole at the beginning of the game, and you wonder why that is.
Brunner missed the first free throw, but does get the second, make it 69-52. And a timeout taken by Hatfield in the Bronx. We'll take it as well back in 60 on the SBI Sports Network.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVI Local. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVI Local for the locals only discount.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Back after the timeout, it's Jackson 69, Star Valley 52 on your Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. We have 2:39 left to go in the game here in Jackson. It is Braves basketball. Nailed across the half-court line, uncontested. Quickly works it to McClure. Dribbles down into the corner, now back up into the wing. Bounces down to Hodges, one-on-one against Hannah. Spins, hooks it up left, and doesn't roll, but the ball's hit back in by Jenkins. Star Valley full-court press. Able to break it with Keelan. Down to the right side, stolen, no. Hannah gets it, Dick clears it back outside. Now to Brunner for three, no good. Hodges has the rebound. 2:10 to go in the game. Lead down to 15. McClure drives, nobody stopped him. He missed the shot, but he's fouled. So will be shots for Taft McClure from the Riverside Dental free throw line.
That'll be on Palmer Wetzel, his second. Taft to the line where he's 3 of 5 tonight. He's had a much better second half. Taft has 9 points, 5 rebounds in the game. Get into double digits here if he can hit this one.
And does. Lead down to 14. Braves still chipping away here, but now with just 2:06 to go in the game. One more coming for McClure. Away and got them both from the line. Big shots. You need those with the clock stopped. Star Valley stays in a full court press. Taft comes out as Johnson comes in.
Well, and Keelan came out and he's getting some attention. He might have gone in the locker room.
We'll keep an eye on that. Ball loose, picked up by Linford. Takes the corner three. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Larson. Jackson basketball. Braves trapping in the full court. Brunner breaks it. Across the timeline. Goes down, kick out. Blocked out of bounds by Johnson. He closed quickly on Wetzel and swatted it out.
Boy, if Linford would have hit that three, though, Duke, that would have been a 10-point game.
That would have been huge.
With 2 minutes left. That's still obviously a big deficit, but the Braves haven't been within 10 in a long time.
Minute 50 to go in the ball game. Brunner on the baseline. He'll inbound. Goes outside to Larson. Dribble center floor. Back to Brunner in the corner. Clock ticking down to 1:44 to go in the game. Larson hands it off, gets it back into the corner. Now down low to Hannah. Loses the ball. Picked up by McClure. Star Valley has it. Across the half-court line comes McClure. Works it left side to Nield. He wants the dribble drive. Jumper, pull up. Down and in for Ridge Nield on the elbow left side. It's an 11-point game.
Nield now with 8 points.
Still pressure in the backcourt by the Braves. And a foul in the backcourt. Stops the clock at 1 minute, 17 seconds to go. That will put Isaac Larson to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He has 2 attempts.
First personal on Taft McClure. Larson tonight has been pretty good from the line. 3 of 4. 9 points. Chance to hit double digits here if he can make one.
First is away. No good. Stays at 11-point game. Jenkins back in. Johnson out. McClure, Hodges, Jenkins, Linford, and Nield all out there now for the Braves. Second free throw short, no good, but rebounded by Hannah. An extra possession, but then the ball's tipped loose, picked up by Brunner, and Star Valley's going to have to foul again. And a timeout called as Brunner pushes McClure. No foul call. The Braves fans on their feet. Officials didn't see it. It was a clear push, and the Bronx will get away with one there. Coach Schwab is looking for an explanation.
Well,
and just let it go.
I'm going to sound like a homer here, Duke, but Taft was walking away.
1:10 to go in the fourth. Back in 30 on SBI. Timeout, Jackson.
Miles CPA has been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, didn't Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but man, those are some white legs. Miles CPA. We loved our Braves then, and we love our Braves now. Go get 'em, Braves.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
It is Jackson ball after the Bronx timeout. Front court inbound, an 11-point Jackson lead with 1:10 to go in the game. Braves crowd trying to will their team on here on the road. Inbound play backcourt to Keelan. Ball tipped, loose. Keelan picks it up, drives kick out to Hannah. Now to Brunner in the corner. Goes baseline trip, hits the deck and fouled. Comes with exactly 1 minute left to go in the game.
Going to get Hodges for that one. His fifth. So 2 Braves have fouled out tonight. Cooper Lancaster, now Jacob Hodges. Hodges fouls out with 8 points, 5 rebounds. You're just in a place with a guy with really quick feet. Right there, you just can't, you about got to time that perfect if you're trying to draw a charge.
Free throw from Brunner, good. Lead back to 12, 70-58.
Brunner 13 points tonight, 5 assists. He's now 5 of 9 from the free throw line.
Second attempt, bounce off the back iron, no good, but a extra bounce gives Jackson the rebound, but then stolen away by Linford. Out in front to Jenkins, one-on-one, and he lobs it in. Lead down to 10, but just 50 seconds left. The Braves still battling, and is that 5 seconds or a timeout? Coach is saying 5 for Star Valley. They're going to give Jackson, though, the timeout. 48 seconds left, back in 30.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com. Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horseshoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, western shirts.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am
Foul on Star Valley after the inbound play in the backcourt. And once again, the home crowd, the road crowd, I should say, not too thrilled about it.
Rich Neal, can you whistle for his third? And at the other end here is going to be Carson Harland. He is 1 of 2 tonight.
Sends it away on the first of 2 and got it. Lead extended to 11 with 45 seconds left in the game. Second attempt, no good, rebounded by McClure. Taft quickly across the half-court line. Dribbles into the lane, takes it to the rim, drops in 2. Timeout by Coach Schwab will keep it. 38 seconds left to go in the game. And for the first time in a long time, Dal, Star Valley's cut this to single digits after that that shot from Taft. Makes it 71-62.
I'll bet it's been since like 3 minutes into the ball game since it's been this close. The Bronx came out just absolutely on fire, built that huge lead, extended it even in the third quarter, led 50-25 was the biggest lead. Since then, the Braves have carved into it here to cut it to 9. And this is going to be another one of those games where, win or lose, you're going to be riding home on the bus wondering, what if we'd have had a better start, or what if we'd have done these things a little differently? So it's important, Duke, no matter what happens here, you learn something from it, because you got another game tomorrow. You got the Marsh Valley Eagles coming into Afton tomorrow afternoon. So you got to have a short memory and get after it.
Of course, you got to credit Jackson as well, especially their hot shooting outside. Gavin Keelan, the unexpected shooter, and it's a 9-point game, and he shits way above his average.
He's had a monster game, 20 points. He's got the game high.
So certainly not expecting that, but he gets it done, and that could have been the difference today. By the time it's all said and done, 38 seconds, Jackson will inbound. Keelan will be the one throwing it in. Running out of time, goes to Brunner, able to get it in, and a quick foul on Star Valley to stop the clock.
I believe this will be on McClure. It will be.
It's a 3-possession game, but one free throw makes it 4.
And the Bronx aren't shooting the lights out from the free throw line, but they are hitting a few. They're 11 of 22 tonight. 50%, of course. Braves only shooting 53%.
Seth Brunner to the Riverside Dental free throw line is good to make it 10 points. All the rebounders have pulled off the post for Jackson.
Brunner 6 of 11 from the line. He's got 14 points in the game.
Second free throw, no good, and they're going to say he crossed the line early. Brunner did, so the shooter with the lane violation.
Well, he missed it anyway, so.
And it's Star Valley ball. He was trying to go in and get that rebound against 3 Braves. Jumped the gun a little bit. You don't see a lane violation by the shooter very often. Linford across half court, 34 seconds to go in the game. Quick turnaround by Ridge, off the back iron, no good, almost hit it. Rebounded by Brunner. Linford tries to get the steal ball loose, underneath, Jenkins scores, and the foul. 25 seconds to go, and the Braves pulled within 8.
Croy,
and a free throw to come.
Croy has quietly had a big fourth quarter. He's up to 9 points now.
Luke Linford, the one diving on the floor to keep the ball alive, and somehow Croy finds it underneath.
First Croy 1 of 2 tonight. I apologize.
Free throw is good. It's a 7-point game. 25 seconds left. And somehow Star Valley has made things interesting down the stretch. They're still going to need Jackson to miss some free throws. But we're a point away from a 2-possession game right now. The lead was 25, and once again, the Braves do battle in. Ridge goes for the steal, and they're going to get him on a foul. Coach Schwab doesn't like that call. They're going to say Ridge pushes. Even Coach Johnson is wondering what the call was.
Fourth personal on Ridge Neild. And Isaac Larson back to the line. He's 3 of 5 tonight. 9 points, 6 rebounds for him. He hit a couple of threes.
23 seconds left to go. These are 2 shots for Larson in a 7-point game. Missed it. It's a big miss. One more to come.
The plot thickens.
So this could make it an 8-point lead, but it can't extend beyond 3 possessions here with 23 seconds to go. Both teams here in the double bonus. Larson missed another one and another lane violation. Coach Hatfield is wondering, what are they doing? The shooters are chasing the ball. That's happened back-to-back times.
And you're not going to pull off all your rebounders if you're going to want your shooter to get it anyway. It's curious.
Little pressure in the backcourt. Star Valley breaks it. McClure out in front, pulls up the 3. Off the glass, no good. The rebound down to Brunner. He's going to run with it. And now slow down to burn some clock. Now he's fouled by Linford with 11.5 to go. And had that shot fallen, it would have been really interesting. But now it's just 11.5 to go and more free throws to come. Jackson's in good shape to hold off the Braves rally.
Runner back to the line, 6 of 11 tonight. This was, as I mentioned, it was 50-25 in the third quarter. The Braves have scored 40 points since then, so you got to like that. But the hole was so big to begin with. The Bronx just were absolutely lightning hot in the first half.
To come back from 25, I mean, that is a tough task. And credit Star Valley for making it a game down the stretch, pulling to within 7. First free throw's good. Second is no good. 10 seconds and counting. Linford, a deep three. Too strong, no good. Rebound loose, saved, and off of Hannah and out of bounds. Jenkins threw it off of Hannah's chest. Star Valley will inbound, but just 3.8 left to go.
It's all cosmetic at this point.
An 8-point game. Linford nailed on the inbound three, no good. Ball tipped. Hannah gets the board just to get him one more, and Jackson holds off the Star Valley rally. And the Braves cannot complete the comeback to win, and they drop it on the road. Jackson 1-0 inside the 4A West. Star Valley will be 0-1. Silver Star Communications post-game coverage coming your way next. Your final, Jackson 73, Star Valley 65. Stay with us on the SVI Sports Network.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am the president and CEO of the Bank of Star Valley. I've had the great honor of holding that position for 26 years now. The best thing about working in a bank is helping people. It is the reason we exist. The local community bank went out of business, and a group of local citizens decided that Star Valley needed a community bank. They came together, we formed the bank with the focus of helping individuals, and that is what we get to do day in, day out.
Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch at Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center, The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Silver Star Communications post-game coverage. Jackson gets the win, holds off the Braves rally late, and your final 73-65. Silver Star Communications post-game coverage online at silverstar.com. Coach Schwab joining us on our post-game coverage. Coach, I mean, it's kind of the same thing that we've seen against Sugar the past couple weeks. A big hole early. I mean, Jackson was shooting lights out. It was, I mean, what do you say to that? But you get down big. I think it was 25 was the margin at one point, and then to come back and make it a 3-possession game late. I mean, you got to credit the grit, right?
Oh, absolutely. We and like you said, that first half. What I told the guys when we got into the locker room, I said, guys, when another team shoots a perfect half, even with hands in their face, there were times where we didn't have a hand in their face, and they lit it up. It's like sometimes that just happens. But I'm not okay doing it here, right? But I mean, I credit their team. They've got a heck of a team this year. They really do. They're not a bad team. But I just know there's more in our guys, you know, and our effort came too late. Too little, too late. Same thing as last week. Same thing as the week before. But I really, what I told the guys after the game was that fourth quarter, what you guys just did is what I see in you guys. That right there is it. That's what we need to harness, right? This that grit to get it done, even when it seems impossible. And they nearly did, right? But a few things too little, too late. That's just the way it works. You know, dug a big hole early. Big. It was getting real ugly.
Yeah. Well, 25 points, I think, was the largest deficit of the game, and then come back to make it close. I mean, we're watching this thing, and we're thinking there's 20 seconds left, and all of a sudden it's a 7-point game. And, you know, so there's that. A couple stars on Jackson's side, like Andrew Hanna. And you look at the players down low. I thought Hodges played well in the paint against Hanna, made things difficult at times for him. And you know, McClure down low. We see a lot of players coming off your bench, young kids putting in some good minutes for you.
Absolutely. You know, I think the younger guys are going to keep playing a bigger and bigger role because they're getting more and more confident in the games. You can tell they're a little shell shocked. You know, some of those basketballs nearly miss everything sometimes, but The things we need to get more disciplined on our defense, though, because there's times where we play phenomenal defense. There in the second half, we saw spurts of it where our backside rotations were great. But everything we prepared against Jackson, to help out on that backside on Hannah, but where we messed up was the other guy rotating to that other side to take away the three. And they'd kick it out, he'd be wide open, no one would rotate, and he'd hit it. And it's things that we prepared for all week, and then it just didn't happen. But no, Hannah had a great game. He's a tough kid. He's a great kid. And for him to come out and have a great game like he did, and for Keelan to shoot as well as he did, and all the younger guys on their team to shoot as well as they did, hats off to them. Because when you look at their stats on the season, it doesn't say that was what was going to happen.
That's what Dow was saying the whole game.
We knew they were going to shoot a lot, so we knew we had to keep a hand up.
But the percentages haven't been there all season like they were tonight.
No, but that's what happens when your rival comes into town, right? So, and that's the thing. We just have to brush it off and know that Marsh Valley is tomorrow. It's not a conference game, but Marsh Valley, they're going to be fast-paced, run and gun. But what our guys are realizing is when they push the ball like that, when our guys push it and we take command, that's when we put points up and it hurts other teams. It's when we get a little shell-shocked at the first quarter. We got to get rid of it. Just got to get rid of that initial shell shock.
Coach Schwab, appreciate your time. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
It's Coach Mitch Schwab, and again, your final score, 73-65. Jackson on top is all part of your Silver Star Communications post-game coverage. Find them online at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. And we'll take a look here at this score deep in the numbers with your Battleson Brothers post-game battle stats.
Well, the game high today went to Gavin Keelan, 20 points for him, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. As I mentioned a couple times during the game, he came into tonight 4 of 31, so that percentage going to skyrocket tonight. He is also 4 of 6 from the field to finish with 20 points, 5 rebounds. Andrew Hanna, 19 points, 12 rebounds. Terrific game for him as well. Seb Brunner had kind of a quiet first half because of those 3 quick first quarter fouls, but he ends up kind of helping the team salt it away at the line. He finishes with 15 points overall. 9 points, 6 rebounds for Isaac Larson. 5 points for Carson Harland. 3 for Palmer Wetzel. And 2 for the mysterious number 44, who I still don't know who that was. But the Bronx shooting 33% from the arc, 8 of 24. Just 13 of 26 from the line, but they made enough down the stretch and shot very well from the 2-point land. 18 of 27, 67%. Of course, that's Hannah and Keelan doing the damage down there. The Braves were led in scoring tonight by Taft McClure, who I'm excited had a really big second half. I think he refound his range in the second half. He finished with 13 points, 6 rebounds, 10 points coming off the bench for Croy Jenkins to go with 3 rebounds, 9 points, 9 rebounds for Tayson Johnson, 8 points for Ridge Neild, 8 points, 5 rebounds for Jacob Hodges, 4 for PJ Horsley, 6 for Luke Linford, 6 for Cooper Lancaster, and 1 point for Zane Hedges. The Braves only shot 1 of 17 from the 3-point line, but hoisted 47 shots from inside and hit 26 of them. So I really like that, but the shot was not falling tonight. Braves 10 of 18 from the line. That's 56%, and that's a look at your numbers here from Battleson Brothers.
Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One, quality, price, service in Afton and in Thame. Before we wrap up our Silver Star postgame coverage, how about your player of the game presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
I'm gonna go with Tayson Johnson tonight. I really felt like he came in, he played tough defense early on. He didn't back down. Almost finished with a double-double tonight. I'm going with Tayson Johnson tonight.
Congratulations, Tayson, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game as the Bronx hold off the Braves rally in Jackson tonight. Bronx are 1-0 in the 4A West. Star Valley now 0-1. Braves have Marsh Valley in Afton tomorrow afternoon. Girls at 2, boys at 3:30. We'll catch up with you at that time. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, our producer David Kazare, and the entire SVI Sports crew. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night.